What are the criteria and responsibilities for applying for paid care?
The first thing to note is that all nursing care is free. This is enshrined as part and parcel of the NHS. However, not all care is nursing care. A lot of care is classed as social care. The social care elements might be delivered in your own home or while you are a resident in a care home, the so-called hotel costs of long-term or respite care scenarios. The extent to which you are obliged to pay for the provision of social care will depend on a number of factors, not least your savings and finances. In a nutshell, if you have more in terms of savings and investments than £23,250, then you will be self-funding and you will have to pay for all the social care and hotel costs yourself. Once your savings are below £23,250 but above £14,250, then you will contribute on a sliding scale, and below £14,250 you pay nothing out of your capital and savings, though you will still have to pay a contribution from your pensions. The assessment of your capital and savings is a formal process and might include your home depending on your individual circumstances. The inclusion or otherwise of private residences is a fairly controversial topic, but generally speaking, the rules for the assessment of capital are quite technical and it is well worthwhile seeking advice.
What is a deferred payment agreement?
Essentially, the local authority will take a mortgage or charge over your property for the amount of the care fees, which they will not call in until after the property owner, who will then be in care, has passed away. The amount of the charge will carry interest, but this will at least allow the property to be kept and not sold to pay for care fees. The property might then benefit from property inflation and could be rented out. This might be one way of saving the front door, but with proper advice there may be others, which can be found more appropriate to individual circumstances.
Can you explain more about the care home cap?
This was proposed by the Dilnot report on how best to fund care fees. David Cameron promised to introduce it in 2016, and the concept was to introduce a lifetime cap on the amount anyone would have to pay towards their own care. The amount of the cap was first increased from Andrew Dilnot's suggestion, and then the whole proposal was kicked into the long grass of politics. Although a rather mangled and mixed up version reappeared during the last general election campaign, this was likewise dropped amid a storm of protest, and we are therefore back to square one and likely to remain at square one for the foreseeable future.
Who would be entitled to NHS continuing health care?
If the primary care need is nursing care, not social care, then all the care costs, including the so-called hotel costs, are free and paid for by the NHS. The process for determining this is long, complicated and weighted against the service user. The best advice is to seek appropriate advice and representation, which is where we can make a real difference. Don't forget that decisions about this can be challenged retrospectively, even after the person in care has passed away.
Are there any hidden care provider costs that people need to know about?
In short, plenty. The important thing is to read and check the contract and not to sign it until you are entirely satisfied you understand it. Seek legal advice and have someone with experience look over it for you. This is where we can help, and you should please not hesitate to contact us or indeed visit our website where you will find a lot more information.